All right, we're gonna start off recording today out here where I hang out, my living room, when I'm in my living room chilling out. Here, let me turn this just a hair. There's my computer. Behind me sits my rig for when I'm sitting here. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna transition here in a little bit over to the music room, should we call it, guitar room. Now granted, I'm jumping right into this today. I'm not gonna sit here and, we're getting right into it. Getting into the thick of it right now. First things first, I've been taking a lot of time to get past some personal things in life, but that's a whole different story. You don't need to hear about that. I said it in another video as to what's going on. But today we're going to talk about some of my equipment. This behind me is the PRS. It's the Mark Tremonti. Great amp. Just used it to do some shows in, or a show in Orange County at the fair. Was thinking about using it for the next show, which is in Orange County, Santa Ana, that's coming up. But then I'm contemplating, and I'm going to show you when we get into the other room, what I'm contemplating using. But I'll get some opinions. I'm going to have you leave some comments. Appreciate it if you would, if any of you see these and want to just comment for me. Again, the Tremonti, strong possibility. I do use the Richie Kotzen, which is a Tech 21. It's the 5, the RK5, which has the built-in distortion, crunch, delay, and a boost. Great pedal. Simple, right? Simple. That's why I believe Richie has that pedal or designed that pedal. Actually, I think they had the Sans amp or Tech 21 Sans amp in there. They're all the same, whatever. They designed that to be simple, and he liked that for simplicity, right? Go out to do a show, you don't always want to take your pedal board, right? You want to be simple. Throw something down, get it done, get in, get out. Totally get it. Love that pedal. It does exactly that. Gets in, gets out, covers every kind of tone you want to cover real quick. Obviously it's not a rack effect modulation or any of that, but it's the simple getting back to the basics pedal. Give you the crunch that you need. If you need to take it to a little bit more of an overdrive, you're there. Right on, right? So anyway, that said, I wanted to start out here because that's where I keep this rig right now. And I have other rigs that we're going to talk about that I take out. I'm a tone monger. I think I've said it in some of my other videos before, and that is I'm never happy. Even when it's the greatest sound that I can hear, there's always something that I want to twist, tweak, do differently. I know there's a lot of guitar players that are like that. And to be honest with you, I think it's good to be that way, because then you're not stagnant. You get some guys that just, I used to be that guy that, if I played through someone else's rig, I just went, no, I need my own tone. I need my own this or own that. Now I'm like, it inspires me to chase something else if I play through someone else's rig or whatever. I chase after that. If I see someone's using a certain pedal, I go, ooh, I want to try that pedal through my rig, and see what it sounds like. And maybe it's good through theirs, but not through mine. So I'm all over the place. Anyway, that said, that's what we're going to do. We're starting here. Now, before we go any further, I mentioned in one of the last video I did, we were talking about this reunion and all the flack it's getting for Pantera, a Van Halen tribute that's catching a lot of stuff, and I think I touched on that vaguely, or maybe a little bit more than vague. To me, everything's a tribute, right? At that point, it's a tribute to me. It's a tribute to guys we all admired, or in Van Halen's case, Eddie and Pantera, the brothers, you know, Dime, Vinny. It's one of those things, man. And I've been watching a lot of these videos cropping up, you know, where people are like, nah, it's not Pantera. No, we're fully aware it's not Pantera. If Van Halen does it, it's not Van Halen. But I don't think anyone's going out there with that intention. That's just my 2 cents. I could be way off, maybe they are, but that would be foolish to go out with that intention of trying to be them, be like Jakey Lee or Zakk Wylde trying to say, I'm going out to be Randy Rhoads. You're not gonna be. You can play his songs, right? That's it. Anyway, so I wanted to touch on that. I also wanted to touch on something real quick, and I just have to get this off my chest. You know, I'm watching these YouTubers and I'm not bagging on YouTubers or bagging on it. I'm trying to figure out the wanting feedback from people and not really. Some of them respond quite frequently and do, you know, interact, and then some of them don't. And I was just curious if that irritates anyone. It only irritates me if you say, I 100% am going to check out whatever you guys send me or ask me or whatever it is you do, and then you don't. Be true to your word. Again, you know, world's your oyster. You do with it what you want, but if you want it to be an oyster with a big, nice prize inside, then you should probably do anything and everything in your power to be that person. Anyway, so we're going to stop here for a minute. Well, probably for a little while longer than a minute, because I got other things I need to do, and then we're going to go into the band room. I'm going to show you the other amp that I'm contemplating using, which I already know those of you that love tube amps, and those of you that I'm a tube amp guy too. Okay, so let's just get that straight. Let's just nib that right now. Love tubes. But the next amp I'm going to show you, and there's a reason behind why I'm going to show it to you, why I'm contemplating using it for this next gig. It's a sentimental thing, I guess. Whatever. Anyway, so let's pause for the cause. I'll jump back on when I'm in the band room. Also, we're going to discuss whether I should use this Charvel, which I noticed as I'm filming this, everything's coming backwards. I'm not a lefty. Alrighty. Anyway, there's that Charvel there. I have my number one that I'll point out. I've showed it in other videos. And then there's a couple other guitars that I'm going to contemplate whether I should use or not. So catch you on the flip side of in there. Pause for the cause. Peace. See you shortly. All right. Hey guys. All right, so we finally moved to the other room, the band room, the guitar room, whatever you want to call it. It's one of those things. It took a few days, because if you remember, I think I started it Friday. It's now Tuesday. But we have my mom's birthday and stuff in there, so kind of, you know, what can you do? Anyway, I just wanted to take another few minutes and just, obviously you can see all my guitars behind me. You know, got the EVH models going. I actually have another one over there. This is, I've shown this before. This is made for me by, now I can't think of his name. Why? If I said his name, some of you would know. Doesn't matter. Anyway, this is my my number one. And yes, it goes out with me quite frequently. Sometimes as a backup, even though I call it my number one, sometimes it goes out as the just in case something, I can reach for it. And other times it plays the entire show. I don't gig as much as I used to. I wish I did. Anyway, I would turn on this amp. I picked up, I know some of you guys are gonna tear me to shreds. I think I said it in the other video. Picked up a Peavey, the Supreme. It's a solid state. I was talking about it, and yeah, I gotta be honest. I loved him back in the day, so that's why I picked it up. I have my 2 Marshall tubes, and I have my Tremonti tube amp, and then I have a Peavey. If I move out of the way, maybe, probably not. Right down there behind my other guitars here, I have a Peavey, a classic 50. Anyway, enough about that. Well, no, that's what we're talking about, right? It's equipment. Talking about equipment. I have all kinds of stuff going on with guitars where I'm changing out Floyd Roses and changing out pickups and doing all kinds of stuff. My guitar tech actually has my EVH Wolfgang right now, putting a big brass block on it. I think a big brass block added to guitars just really helps resonate a lot better. But anyway, nonetheless, equipment wise, I went through my pedals the other day. I've got a Boss EQ, and I have some overdrives, and I have some, the Phase 90 and all this. And I just can't come to grips with what I'm going through, that tone monger stage. So I switched back to my Super Lead, my love pedal, and I put an MXR 6-band EQ in, an MXR micro amp, to boost myself. And then I'm using a JHS delay, not an expensive one. I have my Boss delay, and I have another delay. I'm going through all these tone monging stages, so I'm kind of twisting and tweaking guitars, and twisting and tweaking what equipment to use, and trying to get to the bottom of what I feel, is best for I've always kind of been that way, but when you're younger and all you have is I think I had a Peavey Backstage Plus or something, and then I had a Mako guitar. You made it work because you didn't have money. You couldn't afford to go out and buy Marshalls and Charvels and Fenders and whatever Ibanez, ESP, doesn't matter, any of those. Anywho, so I guess as I'm older now, I just, one day I can sit and listen to like George Lynch playing and go, ooh, I really want to, try and capture that tone from back then, or whatever he's doing, or ooh, I listen to Eddie Van Halen, ooh, I really want to capture that tone. And I get it, that requires you to do certain things, buy certain things, have certain things. I have gone out and got most of it, and that's what I'm in the middle of right now. It's just twist, tweak, change a pedal in, change a pedal out. So there, that brings us to this section of the room and what I was wanting to talk about. Now let's finish up on a note where I can talk about some more. I noticed everyone's still complaining, and I've been talking about this because I really just want to, get to the bottom of why everyone is so either insulted that Pantera's, the surviving members, want to do something. And yeah, there's some that accept it. I accept that Dime and Vinny being gone, it's not Pantera. But I'm also accepting that if the surviving members want to do it, and I've said this before, go check out what I've said before, if they want to do it, then they pay tribute to their fallen comrades, then sure, why not, right? Same goes for Eddie Van Halen. There's no one going to go out and play Van Halen songs like Eddie Van Halen. It's just not going to happen. But if they want to put something together and go out and pay tribute to him and, basically have a little concert and have some, some whatever to pay tribute, then by all means, I think it's nice to show our love and respect, especially to King Ed. All right, that said, I'm gonna wrap this one up relatively quick like now. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna wrap it up. The next time I'm gonna do one will be Friday. And Friday we are gonna get into the nuts and bolts of some of this equipment. And I'm gonna be asking some opinions. I want comments. I'll show you some of the pedals. I know I keep saying this and I keep putting myself on such a time crunch with other stuff. We'll go through the amps, we'll go through the pedals, and we'll go through the guitars. And I want your guys' opinions as to which ones you would use in that, and if you haven't used them before, ask me. Say, hey, Dame, name's Damon, but hey, Dame, why not, right? Shorten your name if you want to. Grab your number one and play it with your super lead, or play it with your, I don't know, what do I have over here? This is sad when you don't know. Or my MXR Distortion Plus, or my Tiki Drive, or something. So use those and let's see what kind of tone you can come up with there. That's what I want to do. This channel is not going to, by the way, follow the rules, whatever they are. Is there rules? I don't think there is. Meaning, we could talk equipment, and then I may be out on my Harley one day and I'm going to point out the scenery or whatever's going on. Or if I'm hearing something musically that I just need to talk about. So we're going to be all over the place. It's not going to, Damon just does guitars all the time. I've told you 1,000,001 times, go back and watch if you want, where I've said, if you're really, really wanting to dig into the nuts and bolts of learning guitar and getting down to business, that doesn't mean I'm not going to play. I will play. But there's plenty of guys out there. There's Andy Wood, Uncle Ben, Ben Eller, you've got, oh my goodness, Rick Beato, is that his name? You got guys like that that are so knowledgeable and so well educated in music that if you really, really want to know the everything you're doing from the nut down to the bridge and in between and what it means, those are the guys for you. Me, I am the guy that picked up a guitar 40 years ago. I just went, I want to play. I took little lessons here and there, never learned music, and just went for it. Just put the old needle on the old LP, or pressed the cassette player, or 8 tracks at one point. And that's who I am. So this for me is just us talking, me talking. It'd be nice if you guys could talk. Comments, right? Anyway, if we could just have this as a whatever's going on in your life is what you're gonna see, and that's what you're gonna see from me. Anyway, thanks for hanging in there. Remember, be awesome to each other. Be kind. Be humble and kind. Is that Tim McGraw? Thanks, Tim McGraw. See, I even know Tim McGraw. So even when I'm talking George Lynch and Eddie Van Halen, I can throw Tim McGraw's name in there. Anyway, peace. Take care of yourselves. See you in the next one.